The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hi all, I am back again with another poem from the second unit, Song of a Dream by Sarojini Naidu. Song of a Dream is a beautiful lyric written in philosophical mood in which the poetess attains perfect serenity and peace in her dream. In her dream, she interacts with the spirits of love, peace and truths. Her poems are rich in powerful lyricisms, images and imaginative appeal. Her major themes are nature, love, life and death. And you know that she is well known as the Nightingale of India. Now let's get into the poem. In the introduction part, you can see it is a beautiful quote is given there. A flower cannot blossom without sunshine, and a man cannot live without love. Okay, without sunshine, a flower will not blossom, and a man cannot live without love. Now we can see a beautiful poem written by Sarojini Naidu titled as Song of the Dream. Once in the dream of night I stood, lone in the light of a magical wood, soul deep in visions that poppy-like sprang, and spirits of truth were the birds that sang, and spirits of love were the stars that glowed, and spirits of peace were the streams that flowed in that magical wood in the land of sleep. Lone in the light of that magical grove, I felt the stars of the spirits of love gather and gleam round my delicate youth, and I heard the song of the spirits of truth. To quench my longing, I bend me low by the streams of the spirits of peace that flow in that magical wood in the land of sleep. She is dreaming about her beautiful motherland in her dream. And how is the dream? Let's see that. Once in the dream of a night, I stood lone in the light of a magical wood. She got a dream at night, and she was standing in that dream. She was standing in the woods. She was standing in a magical wood, in a magical forest. And what did she see in that magical wood? Soul deep in visions that poppy-like sprang. Poppy is a plant which large, delicate red flower. So in her visions, soul deep in visions, poppy flowers were blooming in that forest. Her dreams were blossoming like poppy flower. Okay, and spirits of truth were the birds that sang. And in that magical wood, he saw the birds which were singing the truths. Why the truth is compared to birds here? Okay, why it is compared to the birds? Because birds fly everywhere, and so it will spread the truths to everyone, isn't it? So, and spirits of truth were the birds that sang. Birds were singing about the truths or the value of truths in that forest. And spirits of love were the stars that glowed. And the stars which were glowing in the sky were the love. Okay, the spirits of love were the stars which glowed in that forest. And spirits of peace were the streams that flowed. The spirits of peace which were flowing through not the water But here she is imagining or she is dreaming that the spirits of peace were flowing through the streams in that magical wood in the land of sleep. So these all means her visions came, her visions sprang up or blossomed like the poppy flower, and in that forest she saw that the birds were singing the spirits of truth, the stars were compared to the spirits of love, and the streams were flowing with the spirits of peace. Okay. Now the second stanza. Lone in the light of that magical grove, I felt the stars of the spirits of love. And in that magical grove, she was standing alone. At that time, she felt the stars of the spirits of love. She felt the presence of the stars of spirits which were compared to the spirits of love. She was feeling very lovable at that time. Okay, with the light which was spread by the stars of love. Okay, gather and gleam round my delicate youth. She felt that the stars of love were gathering and pouring on her delicate youth. Delicate youth means youth is the time when people understand, really understands the value of love, isn't it? That's why she is saying about the youth here. So here I felt the stars of the spirits of love gather and gleam round my delicate youth. She was surrounded by the stars of love in that magical wood when she was standing in the magical wood lonely. And I heard the song of the spirits of truth, and when she was experiencing the delicate youth which was surrounded by the spirits of love, at the same time she heard the songs of the birds which were singing about the spirits of truth. To quench my longing, I bend me low by the streams of the spirits of peace that flow in that magical wood in the land of sleep. To quench my longing, quench means to satisfy my thirst for the wish, for the strong desire, for the wish which I had for a long time. I bent myself to the stream to take the spirits of peace. Okay, from this line you can understand that she was longing for the love, peace and freedom of her motherland for a long time. Okay, and by the streams of the spirits of peace that flow in that magical wood in the land of sleep. So the content of the poem is that, or the summary of the poem is that Sarojini Naidu is getting a dream at night, and she is describing about the dream which she saw in the land of sleep. Okay, in that dream she was standing alone in a magical wood, and in that magical wood she is saying that she saw the birds were singing the spirits of truth, and the stars were glowing brightly with the spirits of love, and the streams which were flowing through that magical wood was flowing with the spirits of peace. In the second stanza, you can see that when she was standing in that magical wood alone, she experienced that the stars were spreading the light on her delicate youth, which were the spirits of love, and at the same time she heard the birds singing the spirits of truth. And to quench her thirst, okay, she just bent herself down and she took the spirits of peace from the stream. This shows that she was having a strong desire for a long time for the peace, love and the freedom of her motherland. Right, children? So I hope it is clear, and now let's move on to the poetic devices which you can see in this lines. Now let's check the first one, rhyme scheme. You can see these are the words given in each line, in the end of each line. First line, the last word is stood. Second line, the last word is would. So stood matches with would. If you give here a, again in the second line you have to give a, because stood matches with the sound would. Okay. Next one, sprang. Third line, the last word is sprang. So sprang doesn't match with would or stood. So you have to give here B. Then sprang matches with sang, isn't it? So here again you will give it B. Now you can take the fourth line, it is glowed. Glowed doesn't match with sang, sprang, would or stood. Right. So you have to give here C. And glowed matches with flowed. So you can again give here C. Now sleep doesn't matches with any of these words. So you can give here D. Okay, now what is the rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme is of the poem is A, B, C, and D. Okay, you have to write the rhyme scheme in this format. You should not give space in between when you write each letter, or you should not write in capital letters. It should be written in small letters together. Okay, so this is how you write the rhyme scheme of a poem. Okay, now the rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, C, and D. Right. I told you that the poems of Sarojini Naidu is rich and powerful in lyricism, as well as it is very powerful with images and the imaginative aspects. Okay, so you can see in this poem also, in the third line, soul deep in visions that poppy like sprang. So the visions are compared to the poppy flower. Poppy like sprang. There you can see simile. Okay, simile you can see in that line because like is used there. Okay, and next one, and spirits of truth were the birds that sang, and spirits of love were the stars that glowed, and spirits of peace were the streams that flowed. In these three lines you can see metaphor, because the spirits of truth is compared to the singing of the birds, and the spirits of love is compared to the stars that glowed, and the spirits of peace were compared to the streams that flowed. Okay, so there you can see it is compared indirectly, so it is a metaphor. Again in the same line you can see the birds that sang, which shows the auditory image. Okay, birds, singing of the birds can be compared to auditory image. Then visual images are also there, like the streams flowing with the spirits of peace is a visual image. Okay, then you can see that in the first stanza, the fourth, fifth and sixth line starts with and. So that represents anaphora. Okay, that is another poetic device or figures of speech which is said to be anaphora. How to find out anaphora? When the lines starts with the word and. Repeatedly when it starts with and continuously, like here, the fourth, fifth and sixth line starts with and. Right. So in that case we say it as anaphora. So these are the poetic devices or images or figures of speech used by Sarojini Naidu in this poem to make the poem more beautiful. And here one more point is that Sarojini Naidu is the speaker in this poem, and she has written the poem in first person. You can see I, everywhere in each line you can see I. Okay, so it is written in first person. There are 7 questions in this lesson, and you have to write that in your file after watching this video and submit to your English teachers. Okay, I hope it is clear for you what is the dream of Sarojini Naidu about her motherland, and there is a question in your textbook in page number 56. You can see, let's revisit and reflect. So that question, question number 1, that question also you should write in your file and submit to your teachers. Okay, the question is, discuss the relevance of Sarojini Naidu's dream in the present scenario. Okay, how Sarojini Naidu has described about her dream, how does it reflects in the society at present? That you have to write in your file and submit to your teachers. I hope it is clear for you, and with that I conclude the session. See you in the next class. Bye.